bringing additional benefits. In 1 Kings 3, he asked for wisdom. What else was he given?
Everything else.
Yeah, about everything else. Wealth. Just all kinds of things. Sometimes we get additional benefits from that too, but they're usually not good. They're usually not good. And we never know all the blessings that God has blessed us with. Have you ever not got something that you wanted? You wanted, maybe it's a job. You wanted this job, and you really, really wanted it, and you didn't get it. And what happened? You were, huh?
Got a better one.
You way ahead of me, Raymond. Raymond's ahead of me here. And you got a better one, yeah. You're upset because you didn't get this. But when later on you got something that was a whole lot better. Isn't that right, Raymond? Yeah, you can get that. So we'll make good choices. And we've got to understand that we need to make sure that we have the right people. And then number 5, anybody can fall. We've got to understand anybody can fall. Did David fall? Absolutely. Did Solomon fall? Isn't it interesting that we have a lot of these leaders and we find out that they weren't perfect? People think that they should be perfect. Let me tell you something, you're going to really be disappointed in your life if you ever think you're going to be perfect. You will disappoint yourself and you'll be a miserable person because of that. We're told in 1 Corinthians 15:33, take heed lest you fall. Be careful how we walk. I was looking, and I look at a lot of YouTube. Anybody here get a lot of information from YouTube? Okay. I get a lot of information from YouTube. I watch a little local news, but I don't watch a whole lot of other news. But you know how much my attention span lasts? I don't like nothing much over 10 minutes. Tell me what you got to say in 10 minutes so I can listen to you and move on. Well, I was in Alabama last week, and I was sitting in there, and it's probably hot, and I was trying to stay cool, and I was watching, and it come on here, 4 sins of pastors. It was 6 minutes long. I thought, I got to watch this. They all start with S. They're short, 6 minutes. I can watch 6 minutes. He's going to tell me 4 things in 6 minutes. So we can say preachers today, or we can say anybody today in church. And they all started with an S. I thought, man, I can guess one of them. Okay, let me give them to you. I'm going to make a guess. Slothfulness. Lazy. You can be lazy. You can be lazy. Preachers can be, I was one for years, so I can talk about it. Preachers can be, have you ever seen a lazy preacher, Raymond? Yeah. Yeah, we've probably seen some of them too, haven't we? We may have been even guilty at times. So, slothfulness. Second was silver. I don't know if you say Solomon was slothful because he was pretty busy. But silver, right? Money. People want money. Huh?
Root of all evil.
Root of all evil. I love money's root of all. Self was the third one. I thought that was pretty good. I was trying to think of the third one. Self. Do we all get concerned about me and what happens to other people? What should we be concerned about? Others. Focus on others. Focus on others. Because if you focus on yourself, and Solomon seems like he was focused on himself, and we see where he went. So it's slothfulness, silver, self, and what's the last one? What? It's sins. What? Yeah, right. That's the only one I thought of when he was talking. I said, what's the other 3? I was interested. What's the other 3? I knew you were going to name that one. Yeah. How many people, and it usually comes to church leaders, it's more in the news about them than it is usually about average members. But it happens to everybody, okay? I mean, everybody can be guilty of it. And so it's real quick. I know of a guy I knew at the time. They made a TV show about him, okay? If you want to ask me what his name is afterwards, I'll tell you. And you can go look him up and watch the show. I think it was about an hour long. To tell you a little bit about it, he was having an affair. He was borrowing money from somebody else. He was concerned about everything about himself. I knew him. I went to where it happened at, before it happened, of course. So I knew the guy. And we can see people can fall. Anyone can fall. We've got to be careful. Take heed lest you fall. We've got to be careful. We've got to be aware of other things. You know, my watch stopped. Well, y'all better be glad I got a phone. I got 3 minutes, and I'm done. Okay. Conclusion. The kingdom started with unity. It ended with division. Let me leave you with one last sentence. I can't even say it. Prioritize, there it is, wisdom. Maintain integrity. Balance material success with spiritual devotion. And we can be very successful people. We can learn from Solomon about some things to do and some things not to do. So that's the life of Solomon. I hope you've been a benefit. We told you we'd get you out of here at 7:30, and I've got 2 minutes left. We may... No, he's not here. So I guess that if anybody has not had an opportunity to take Lord's Supper, if you go through there, we haven't done that yet. In the back, right back here, you'll be served. Delmer, you got closing announcements? Okay. Delmer will do closing announcements, and he'll call somebody for a closing prayer, and then you'll be dismissed.